Today on Classic Credits, we'll be talking about Jungle King, an arcade classic from 1982 by Taito. If you watch this show regularly, you're probably saying, Jungle King isn't rare. Isn't that what this show tends to cover? Well, the game you are probably familiar with is called Jungle Hunt, not Jungle King. Jungle King was actually released in arcades in 1982, but soon after its release, the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate filed a copyright infringement case against Taito. Edgar is, of course, best known for his Barsoom series of books, which is like John Carter of Mars, the recent movie, the Tarzan series. It was the Tarzan character that was in question here. They felt the hero of Jungle King looked too much like Tarzan. Having a Tarzan yell at the beginning of the game certainly didn't help matters. Taito decided to release updated boards and graphics to the game that changed it from Jungle King to Jungle Hunt. Tarzan was changed to be an explorer with a pith helmet, and the vines on the first stage were replaced with ropes. Most machine owners seem to have complied with Taito's request to update their machines, so it makes the original Jungle King machines very rare. Personally, I felt the Burroughs estate dropped the ball here. Jungle King, Hunt, whatever you want to call it, was very successful. I would think striking up a licensing deal with Taito would have been more beneficial to both parties. I mean, come on. A Tarzan arcade game? That was fun? Opportunity lost. Also of note, this game was released under the name Jungle Hunt in Brazil, but the original Jungle King graphics were still intact, as well as the Tarzan yell. Jungle King consists of 4 levels. The first level has you leaping from vine to vine to try and reach the end of the stage. It's all about timing. The second stage finds our intrepid jungle hero swimming down a river infested with crocodiles. Somehow he managed to change clothes and dye his hair. You must swim through the river and using your knife to kill any crocodiles that may get in your way. You have an air gauge that depletes when under the water. Air bubbles will temporarily make your hero uncontrollable and float to the surface. If you survive the crocodiles, our Jungle King, who is now a redhead, must run up an incline that has boulders of various size and speed that come at you. You must jump or duck them. The first time through, this is relatively easy, but the boulders have more varied patterns the more times that you go through it. Finally, our hero, who has now gone punk with purple hair, must save his girl from the cannibals. You simply have to time your jumps to get over them and then jump up to save the girl. Having gone gray from his experiences, he gets a kiss and an I love you from his jungle queen, quickly dyes his hair, and then back to swinging vines, this time as a blonde. Both Jungle King and Jungle Hunt have the hero changing colors on each new board. In Jungle Hunt, it seems that they tried to be a little bit more consistent with the main character's colors, but in the cannibal stage, he completely changes into Link. Jungle King is the game so nice that they made it thrice. Shortly after the release of Jungle Hunt, Taito released a complete remake of the game called Pirate Pete. They replaced all of the graphics with pirate-themed content. Pirate Pete's gameplay was more or less identical to Jungle Hunt and Jungle King, but the difficulty was cranked up a bit. The physics were adjusted a little on the swinging levels with more variation of the speeds and the ropes as well. The boulder level has more variation to the boulder's speed and bounce patterns the first time through, and the cannibal level has a guy that throws knives at you. Pirate Pete is even rarer than Jungle King. Personally, I think this game's hero looks like Wendy from the Wendy's restaurant chain. To confuse you even more, there is actually one more version of this game. We have Jungle King, we have Jungle Hunt USA, Jungle Hunt Brazil, and Jungle Boy. Jungle Boy was the original prototype of Jungle King, and to my knowledge though, Jungle Boy has never actually made it out into the wild. One thing definitely worth mentioning is the music for Jungle King. I've always found the music for it very catchy and well done for its time. Anytime I play one of these games, I come away humming it. Pirate Pete had different music, and it was nowhere near as memorable. Jungle King was never released for any consoles, but Jungle Hunt was released for just about every system in the 80s: Apple II, Atari 2600, 5200, ColecoVision, Commodore 64, and others. It was also released in the Taito Legends collection for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and Windows in 2005. Finding a Jungle Hunt arcade machine is actually not that difficult, but Jungle King is a bit tougher to find, and to a greater extent, Pirate Pete. I've actually never seen one of those in person. Jungle Hunt is definitely a classic, and by, well, them being the same game that makes Jungle King a classic. I prefer King over Hunt just for the Tarzanish content, but any variant of this game is worth checking out. Once again, thank you for watching Classic Credits. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to subscribe if you like it. Spread the word. Get some more viewers for the show. And once again, I hope to show you a game that you may have forgotten or never even heard about.